Henry Smith has campaigned for the card to be kept and joins us now. Hi, Henry.
Hi, good morning, Danny.
Well, is this a triumph for consumers and travellers, is it?
Yes, I think it is. The Day Travelcard is incredibly convenient for people, particularly people perhaps who don't travel to London every day and therefore would get a season ticket. And it's great, certainly this week, with terms of half term. When you see lots of parents taking kids up to the capital. So it really is convenient whether you're a small business, an infrequent traveller to London, where you want to get to the capital and then get around town, and families as well. So it is a real victory.
Yeah, because I use it sometimes. If we're going to the theatre or if we're going out to one of the museums or whatever, we'll use that. But I don't think I realised that it was subsidised. Because I thought if I'm paying 23 or 25 quid, something like that, for a train to London and back and a couple of tube journeys, I thought that's probably what the market value of that journey is. I didn't realise that was subsidised.
Well, over the last 3 years, the government have subsidised transport for London to the tune of about £6 billion. So there is a lot of public subsidy that goes into our rail and indeed the tube network to try and make it as affordable as possible. So what we pay in terms of the fare is only part. The taxpayer is obviously picking up a lot of the other costs of running the railway.
So that makes me think that actually are our railways being run too expensively? Because 25 quid sounds like a reasonable price from Brighton to London and back again with a bit of a tube journey in between, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that is quite a good deal. And I think that's why we see the travel card so popular. Before the pandemic, when they were at their peak, I think 27 million of them were sold every year. That's down to, I think, about 13 or 14 million now and rising again. But yes, no, our railways are very important, but they are an expensive infrastructure to be maintained. And I think we certainly saw that during COVID when the trains essentially were running almost as normally, but of course had much lower patronage.
Yeah. So, and in terms of the subsidy, will it continue at that sort of rate, £40 million a year for these particular travel cards?
I imagine that will be what the subsidy will broadly remain at. But the key point is that it's a joint effort here between obviously the passenger paying their fare, the government subsidising Transport for London and the rail companies to be able to provide those services, because it's not only important in terms of convenience, but it's also important for the local economy so that people can get around, do their business, get to work, and also go out and enjoy themselves. Like you were saying, going to the theatre, that's also adding to the economy as well. So I think it is a good investment, not only in people's convenience, but also in local employment for London and the South East.
Yeah, it's also nice to get the odd occasional win for the consumer, isn't it, Henry?
It is, yes.
All right. Nice to speak to you today. Have a good day. Thanks a lot.
You too. Bye-bye.
Cheers.